Hi, Squidward Tentacles here, reminding you about Hollywood Connections with Don Reese. If you want to know about voiceovers, this is where you need to tune in. You can hear me too. Ha, ha, ha. Have a great day. Is this thing still on?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Charlie Adler, and I'm shouting out, I guess that's a word, because I'll be on Hollywood Connections soon. See you then. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Brianna Hildebrand, and I am excited to be on Hollywood Connections. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dawn Reese, Hollywood Connections, 106.1 FM and 4 other stations and 2 TV networks in Atlanta and Life Vision Christian TV in Orlando. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And you are the famous and starring Sharknado.
Hi, I'm Ian Ziering. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you are excited about this film coming out?
Yeah, August 19th, Sharknado 6.
Wow.
It's going to be on the Sci-Fi Network Sunday night. This will be the final in the series.
Right.
And it's, you know, if you thought the other Sharknados were ridiculous, tune in on the 19th.
Well, a lot of people want to know if you read your Twitter, your Facegram, your Instaccount, anything, or does somebody else read it?
No, I do. It's at Ian Ziering on social.
Okay.
And I'm always posting, whether it's pictures of my family or businesses that I'm involved in or the entertainment industry. I try to be as engaging as I can with people that are reaching out to me on Instagram or Twitter.
Now, you have a family, and I know because I'm very family-oriented, I'm a Christian as well. And how do you balance your family and show business? What comes first?
Oh, family's first. Family is always first. My wife and children are my wife for everything. But other than that, you know, it's tough to balance it, and you can't always balance it. It's a sacrifice you have to make as a father. Sometimes it takes me away from them, but you know, this is my job. I'm the provider. My wife does social media marketing at Ian Ziering, but.
What would you like to say to your wife on camera, and what also makes a working relationship in show business and the stronghold in your relationship in your marriage?
I think romance. Romance is really important. Candlelight dinners, dancing cheek to cheek. I go out Fridays. My wife goes out Saturdays. Good night.
You never know. I'm Dawn Reese. We'll be back. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Susan Bacalini.
Yes, and she's with Hollywood Connections, and she was the first actress in Jaws that got eaten up.
That got eaten up right in the beginning.
So excited to be here. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, you're welcome.
Awesome. And can I get one picture with her? Sure. All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Cassie Skirbo here at SharkCon 2019 with Dawn, the lovely Dawn, and you're listening and watching Hollywood Connections.
Hi, I'm Dawn Reese, 106.1 FM, and also VH2 TV Network, as well as Life Vision Christian TV in Orlando. And so you can watch us in Atlanta and Orlando on TV as well with our Roku channel and cable. So I am here, I'm doing some amazing interviews, and you are?
Hi there, I'm Cassie Skirbo.
And Kathy, what are you most known for?
Well, I would say at the moment, being that we're at SharkCon, I'm going to say our Sharknado movies. We're on our 6th, comes out August 19th.
Right.
And I play
Wow.
Nova Clark, a really, really fun character and such a fun project. So.
Do you remember how you got the audition and what you had to do?
Well, actually, for this specific project, it was a straight offer.
Okay.
So I had 24 hours to give a response, and I got to page 3, and it was so ridiculous. I was like, yes, this is so crazy. I can't say no. I was on a TV show called Make It or Break It for about 4 years on ABC Family prior, and I was on hiatus, and I was like, this will be fun. You know, I play a teenage gymnast, so to be able to play a little bit older of a character and to run around, you know,
Wow.
being, I'm not going to say the word, but being a bad ASS. I'm like, this is a Christian channel, and I'm Christian. So, but anyways, so being able to do this and break away from that, you know, young gymnast character was just so much fun. So,
well, you know, I'm a Christian as well, and you know, our pastor had just said the other day, we just got out of church, and he said, you know, don't pray to be famous, just pray to be famous to help others.
100%.
You know, and where do you give your credit to from all your success?
Well, I would say God. That should be number one, and is. My family is so supportive and incredible. I also have a wonderful charity family. I do try to use my platform for good, of course, and I have an organization called Boo to Bullying. The number
Really?
Boo number 2 Bullying. Yep. BooToBullying.org. And
And how did you start that? Because I have something I want to add to that.
sure. I got asked to be their girl youth ambassador about 7-8 years ago, and then when I turned 25 3 years ago, they had asked me to become the vice president.
Wow.
So I now have a home office. I do a lot of that work on the side, and we've got a big event coming up. Take a bite out of bullying. Married the two worlds of Sharknado and Buddha Bullying, and we have that July 26th. And
Where is that going to be?
big mermaids behind us. That's going to be in Los Angeles, actually at the LGBT Center.
Wow.
Yeah, so the outside in West Hollywood in their little lounge area. But
Well, I'm going to Vegas on the 29th. Carrie Brown has a big showcase for anti-bullying, and I'm getting a Diamond Award because we've had kids on my show that have had anti-bullying problems and bullied. So I got to hook you up with her because it's a big Vegas show. It's going to be amazing, and what you're doing would definitely fit Carrie.
yes, that would be awesome. I would love to know more. That's awesome. Have so much fun.
Do you read your social media? Your Twitter, your Facebook. People want to know: does she actually read, or is it somebody else reading? Or if they text you a Twitter out, do you actually read that?
Absolutely. I think that's like that's what you feed off of in this industry. Your fans and knowing that what you're doing is going to good use and people are being inspired in some sort of way and having a voice. I love responding to my fans, especially I've been mostly onto the Instagram kick as of recently because you can do the stories and I can keep them up to date with my minutely, even hourly day schedule. But yeah, I love to read all my fan stuff, and everything is at Cassie Skirbo, so feel free to reach out.
And how did you get your first agent?
I do. Is it here in Florida, actually?
Okay, really?
I'm from Parkland, Florida, originally New York, raised in Parkland before going to LA, and I was part of an acting school called Actors since age 8. And when I was 10, there's not, you don't have to be exclusive here, or at least then didn't have to be exclusive with agencies in Miami. So I had about 6 or 7 agencies, and I just really started with headshots and then just going out to the agencies. I started with commercials and modeling. My very first thing I ever booked, I was an extra in a Burger King commercial, and I was so excited about that. And it just goes to
How long ago was that?
when I was probably 10.
Okay, I'm going to go back because my son was the Burger King boy. Really? Now he's 35, and now I'm talking 9 years old. So maybe you were in the same commercial with him. He did all the print work.
I don't know. Maybe.
He's out of LA.
Maybe. Yeah, that's really funny. You never know. You never ever know.
Wow. Yeah. So do you remember what you did in the Burger King?
I just remember, they look at the traits. They look at your not qualities, traits. That's not what I'm trying. Your special, the things that you're good at on your resume. Why am I blanking? But
your talents.
Your talents, sure. And one of mine was karate. I was a high brown belt in karate. Wow. So they needed. I don't remember exactly how the commercial went, but they needed kids who could do karate.
Wow.
And, it was probably one of those things where they just, needed a little blonde. It had nothing to do with my acting ability, but I was so young, and it was my first thing, and I was just as excited as I probably am today when I get a call for a film, that I booked a film, because it's your first thing, and it's, you're just very proud, and it's new.
In Parkland, Florida, do you remember the agent? Are they still around?
It was in Miami, and I had a few. Some are coming to mind, World of Kids, and I know
Debbie Casio.
Yeah, and my niece, actually, who plays young Nova in the Sharknado that's coming out, she is with them now, and you could believe there was a green agency. Am I okay? So I remember some of them.
And Famous Faces we have under my show to help others are a SEG agency. So if anybody out there needs an agent, get in touch with me.
Awesome. Well, good luck to all of you. Kids out there wanting to become an actor or a model or whatever it may be. Pursue your dreams, and anything is possible.
I would love to have a special on you sometime in the fall and do it on the radio for an hour. Just really highlight what you're doing, because I have a lot of young reporters that would love to interview you.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, please reach out. That would be really fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Remember, give God all the glory and honor in your life and watch things happen. I don't know. We were supposed to be here yesterday. We probably wouldn't have had interviews today, so I want to thank you, God. Number one, I'm Dawn Reese. We'll see you soon.
God bless.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Gina Lee Nolan, and you're listening to Hollywood Connections with Donna Reese.
Hi. Hi, I'm Dawn Reese, Hollywood Connections 106.1 FM, and 4 other stations in our VH2 TV network family in Atlanta on cable, as well as our Life Vision Christian TV in Orlando. I'm so honored and blessed to be here with Gina Lee Nolan from Baywatch. As you all know her, and she's an amazing woman. And what is she up to now? Let's find out.
Hi. First of all, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure.
Oh, thanks. So I'm here signing for Sharknado and, of course, Baywatch. I feel really blessed because there's so many fans of each show, and I always wind up doing these iconic type shows. So it brings in a lot of great people. So we've had fun.
That's amazing. You're also a mom.
Yes, I have 3 kids. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they in the business as well?
No, they're not, thankfully. Well, my 21-year-old is into music, so he's traveled the world doing that, and so
What kind of music, can I ask?
he's doing like DJ house music.
Okay.
So he's lived in London for 2 years, and he was in Paris, and so he's just super, super talented. Yeah.
We play music on our show too.
Wonderful. Everyone loves music.
I know. Well, you are here also promoting a book that you believe in, and I didn't know about this with thyroid, you were saying. And so people out there wondering what's going on with me, you have an answer because you have written about it, and you've got a book.
I do. It's called Beautiful Inside and Out, and I have a copy here that I've been hiding behind my back. But no, it's really a labor of love. I was diagnosed in 2009 with Hashimoto's disease, and not a lot of people talk about it or really know what it is.
Right.
And that was like me. I started a page on Facebook called Thyroid Sexy.
How did you know what happened? The symptoms, that's what I'm trying to think of.
I mean, weight gain and just not feeling well. Like everything, just nothing really came out right. I was cold, I was hot, I was just not feeling well. So I finally went in and I was diagnosed, but I wanted that support. I wanted other women to talk to, and men, whomever, who felt the things I was feeling. So I finally teamed up with Mary Showman, a New York Times bestseller times 10, and I wrote this book to shed light and to really create awareness and help women who are suffering with this disease, and men. I've met so many men, I have to say, here that have come up to me about thyroid disease more than even so much as the shows that I've done.
Right.
So that just warms my heart.
Well, I know Bill Abkar, one of my friends yesterday, was here with the Disabled Veterans Program, and I didn't know he had it also. He was a great video that he did with you, by the way. Good job, Bill. And but if I'd like to help sell your book on my show.
Oh,
Seriously.
wonderful. Yes.
We have different celebrity books and what we're doing.
Oh, that's great.
And
yeah.
also we got the book. And
Sure.
then also, I want to tell everybody, hi, Kathleen Bradley.
Oh, well, I don't know if you have the picture that you need for the book. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. I want to.
That's okay. We're good.
Yes, we know someone.
Yes.
In common, we have a very, very spectacular woman,
Yes.
and her name is Kathleen Bradley. And the first job I had in the industry that I accidentally got was The Price is Right with Bob Barker.
Yes.
So I was the rookie, the young 22-year-old girl that came in,
Right.
and she just took such good care of me. She
That's
was
amazing because she's been on my show so many times. And back when I was a young reporter, I just have to add this, Kathleen, she came on my show when I just got out of college. And so she's always been on the show every couple months. So
Oh, I had no idea. That's great. Like Holly Hallstrom and they were all wonderful. And the show goes on to be just so successful, and I'm so happy for all of them.
And you are an amazing woman. You're doing seminars maybe coming up with what you're doing and speaking. And now a lot of people want to know, does Gina Lee Nolan read her Twitter, her Facebook? I know there's sometimes other people that put up things. Do you ever answer back on one of them?
I do. I try to, if there's anything that's not, in my best interest, I just kind of keep scrolling. But I do. I'm on Instagram at Gina Lee Nolan, and then Twitter, of course, at Gina Lee Nolan. So, so absolutely. And if you are struggling with thyroid disease, go onto Facebook and go check out Thyroid Sexy. We have over 150,000 women and men that are giving support and what to do with labs and doctors and meds and all that stuff. So
It is important. Be healthy, stay healthy, read her book, buy her book first.
Sweet.
Yeah, thank you
You
so
are
much.
a doll.
Well, I just, would love to do more of a special on you, really how God has worked in your life and how many miracles. There's so many things that I love the book God Wink, and just so many opportunities that when you really give it to Him, watch things happen.
Yes. Amen to that.
Thank you. All right, I'm Dawn Reese. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Intro? Hi, I'm Carl.
Hi, I'm Carl Gottlieb, and I'm going to be seeing you on Hollywood Connections soon.
Yes, he is the screenwriter from Jaws. I'm Dawn Reese. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Hi, I'm Dawn Reese, Hollywood Connections, 106.1 FM, and 4 other stations, and our VH2 TV network in Atlanta, and our Life Vision Christian TV in Orlando. I'm here. I'm so excited because I have so many screenwriters that have been asking me for the right advice, and what better yet than I have Carl. Wow, Carl, how do I say your last name?
Gottlieb.
Gottlieb. And you were the screenwriter for Jaws.
Yes, I was.
Wow, how did you come up with that? That's intriguing.
I was hired to rewrite a screenplay that Peter Benchley wrote based on his novel. Peter Benchley had the idea of The Big Fish, and he wrote a screenplay. He wrote a best-selling novel, then he wrote a screenplay, and then I rewrote the screenplay into what we see on the screen today.
Wow. Being a part of Jaws, did you ever know that it would be such a big success when you were doing that?
No. Everybody was just doing the best they could on what was a routine summer popcorn movie from a big studio whose attention was focused on Airport 75 and Hindenburg, which were their big projects. And they had no idea that this little fish movie would become what it did.
It's a legend, a legend. Everybody knows Jaws. And now the book also that you wrote, tell us about this book.
This is the Jaws log. It was first written back in 75 when the movie came out, and it's a inside look into the making of a movie. And then when the movie became the icon that it is, later in the 30th and 35th and 40th anniversary editions, we were able to go back to the book and add endnotes and explanations and an index, all the things that make a book even more readable. So HarperCollins did a great job on that, and this is the result. And it's still selling. It's still the best-selling book about the making of a movie ever written.
Where can they buy that? Because they're going to say, Dawn, and I'd like to promote that on my show, or how I can get a copy in the future and really sell it on the air.
Of course, there's Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and I kind of stress this, if you can encourage your audience to patronize booksellers, real bookstores, people who are trying to make a living, who are getting killed by Amazon and their deep discounts which they can't match. But for a real book buying, book reading experience, go to your local bookstore. If they don't have it, they'll order it for you. It's not hard for them to get a book. So anything you want to read, find a local bookseller. And then, of course, out of self-interest, I would say, and don't forget, you can always get it on Amazon.
Right. Carl, what are you doing these days? What do you do to relax? What do you do with your family?
I'm a single guy with a cat. I live in Hollywood, California.
My office used to be on the old Tap Building on Hollywood and Vine.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I write, I'm still writing movies, a couple of different projects in the works.
Okay.
And as I'm fond of saying, I'm either semi-retired, unemployed, or between assignments, depending on how I feel when I wake up in the morning.
I got you. Well, that's what it's about. You're supposed to enjoy your life now, and it's time that you would do whatever you want to do. And I have so many people that ask me, okay, I've written a screenplay, and I'm giving it to the wrong people. Or there's shysters out there. They don't know who to trust or who to believe. Of course, I'm on the board of the Tampa Bay Film Society, and we do bring some experts in as well. But can you tell us some advice, what they can do? And, here you are. Look at this, guys. This is what you need the answers from.
Well, for one thing, try and if you're going to work for pay, if you're being paid to write a screenplay, do it through the Writers Guild of America, either Writers Guild West or Writers Guild East, depending on which coast you're located on. The union is of great protection now more than ever, especially with the attacks on unions that we're facing. The unions that represent the creative artists in the movies, the Writers Guild, the Screen Actors Guild, and the Directors Guild, they will protect you. The Writers Guild East and West will also register your script. If you've written a screenplay and you want to prove that on a certain date it existed so that you can protect yourself from plagiarism, register your script with the Writers Guild. It costs a few bucks, $20, $30, and it lasts for 5 years, and then after that you can renew the registration. But it lets everybody know you cared enough about your script. Obviously the best protection is a copyright, and I urge writers who are concerned about theft to get a copyright. But in truth, there are very few new ideas, and ideas aren't copyrightable, only the expression of ideas. So one of the signs of a new writer is that they're paranoid that their script is going to be stolen. I won't say it never happens, but there are so many scripts out there and so many,
It's luck, timing, and who you know, and networking, right?
As the show business is not unique in that regard, but it is extremely important to have a network of friends and like-minded people to take the opportunity to put your script forward whenever you can, and take criticism. If somebody says there's something wrong with your script, listen to them, not blindly, but just pay attention. They may have some help for you. You never know. But there are way too many screenplays out there. So my first counsel is, unless you're prepared to be unemployed most of your working life, don't become a screenwriter. Even successful screenwriters have a narrow window where they're employable, kind of like professional athletes. Right. And don't spend all your money when you make it. Save some.
Very good advice, and it's a pleasure. And so after this event, what are your plans? What are you going to do?
I'm flying back to Los Angeles. I'm doing the Hollywood show at the Westin Airport Hotel at July 28th, 29th. And in August, I'll be up in Fresno with a show called Blender. And in the meantime, I'm working on a script about 1916 vaudeville in Australia and about a rock and roll band in Vietnam in the 60s.
That's what I love. You're following your passion, your dream, and that's what it's all about. Don't forget, don't be diverted in your life of what you maybe don't want to do, and concentrate on your dreams. Life is too fast, too short, and do what you love doing. I'm Dawn Reese, Hollywood Connections. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, and tell your people out there, we don't need any more screenwriters in Hollywood, but we do need good movies. So if you can contribute, don't stop.
Awesome. And then can I ask a favor? Can you say, hi, I'm Dawn Reese with Hollywood Connections. As you know, we have other segments. Now, this is the Concierge segment of our show. We're on 106.1 FM, 4 other stations, and 2 cable networks and Roku channels as well in Atlanta and Orlando on Life Vision TV and VH2 TV Network. I'm here with amazing man, Spencer. Wow, you put this event together.
Yeah, this is year 5, and like I said, this is sort of the culmination of what I've been working toward, but you have to start small and start big, and that's merging the two worlds together of entertainment and education so that I can make it a fun experience for everybody and hopefully change some people's perceptions about sharks and increase their awareness of how much the oceans need our help.
Well, what made you do this event? Like, what was the desires of your heart to start this? And you said, I want to start a convention.
Well, I have 2, actually now I have 3 at the time. I had 2 younger sons. And we had taken them to a Comic-Con, and I thought, well, that would be kind of cool if we had something, but, you could meet the people from Shark Week, or you could meet, famous photographers, scientists, or maybe even some people from a shark movie. And also, a lot of times doing things with my kids on the weekends, you want to do something that's fun, that you'll enjoy, but something that's also educational. So maybe I could marry those things to do together and do some good for our oceans, and something that I personally had a passion for.
I love it. And today you've had, actually, there's still celebrities that are back there as well, and they're helping people and signing autographs, and that's amazing. Richard Dreyfuss was here yesterday. And I wanted to ask you a really important question about the event. Can somebody volunteer for next year, for vendors? Where can they contact?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/SharkCon. And we can reach out to there, or you can reach out at info@sharkcon.com. And certainly, we love volunteers. We love people who have the same passion for the oceans that we do. And if you want to help and have a good time and then stay for the rest of the day and enjoy the show itself, we would love to have you.
Also, is this going on tour? Is this the only SharkCon event, or do you have this in other cities?
Right now, this is the only one because that's all that I could personally do without committing suicide or anything like that, and I want to stay alive. But, really, that's something we're certainly looking into. But, I wanted to prove the concept before I certainly took it on the road. My next idea would be to do a West Coast one.
That would be awesome. And what about the SharkCon? I know that I've seen it on Bay 9 News. It's been all over in advertising. Some of the vendors that are here, can you kind of get an explanation? We're going to go around and interview some of them, but kind of give like a little highlight.
Well, certainly. Certainly we have ocean-related products from soaps that look like shark fins, or little sharks, keychains, all that sort of thing. But even more importantly, here we have 14 different nonprofit conservation groups, and they're all there working together to raise awareness and raise money for their own organizations to help go out there and do good things. And we actually have a treasure map for kids that makes them go to each one of those and do an activity and get a prize at the end. And certainly want to highlight those. But we have things from scuba diving. For me, that's one of the ways people fall in love with the ocean. Boating, Barney's is here with their Sea-Doo and their watercraft. So, whatever it is that inspires a love for the ocean in you, that's sort of the idea behind the vendors that I try to bring in.
That's really cool. So my birthday was last week, and you know how Facebook has a donation to something, so I put the Clearwater Marina, and I did raise money for that, and I thank everybody for doing that as well. And yesterday, I just have to tell you one thing. I'm in the ocean swimming. Of course, we had a surprise birthday for my son, and that's why I wasn't here. And so I get out, I see a fin, and it looks like a shark fin. I am jumping out of the water, and I'm like scared, but apparently it was a dolphin with a jagged fin. Now, if you see something like that, do you report that as well if there's a dolphin that maybe has a fin problem?
Oh, certainly, especially Clearwater Marine Aquarium. They're definitely into going out doing, especially marine mammal rescue and rehabilitation, and things like that. And on the other end, though, if you're running out of the water because you're seeing a fin, then you should probably never go into the water, because if you were to look up above, every time you go in the ocean, sharks are swimming all around you. But the idea is they could really care less about you personally as a human being for the most part. So if you're jumping out of the water because you see a fin, certainly you should be aware, but realize that you're being swam around by sharks almost every time you go in.
I know you're a busy man, and just give the website one more time, and people can donate and be here next year. You're missing an amazing thing for your family. It's a really fun thing to do.
Right. Yeah, the website is www.sharkcon.com, or the Facebook page is facebook.com/sharkcon.
Thank you so much for your time. We're going to go interview. I'm Dawn Reese. This is the Concierge part. I'm your Miss Concierge. Bye-bye.